Hello everyone. So this is going to be a brief overview of Ember Intel and its functionality. What you're looking at right now is a map of Providence, and I have simulated some red Intel in a few systems just to show you what that looks like. Um, these little chevrons will actually be displayed when someone gives red Intel along with a ship name. In the case of the chevron being gold, that indicates Tech 2, and red indicates Tech 1. So in this situation, if I left click on the star, slide to information, I can see that 7MD was this dude, and he was in a Tengu. And there's more information there, but this is a temporary information panel. In the final version, you'll be able to see the full line of text that was posted, as well as other bits of information. Jumps, kills, pods. Also on these stars, these pips at the bottom. Oops, I've just accidentally jumped the system. Let's go back. So that's another feature that I accidentally just demonstrated. These stars here, you can see there's a slight brown background underneath the system name. This theme I'll probably change this theme to make that a bit more noticeable. I've made it more noticeable in other themes, which I'll show you later. But that indicates a system that is part of the Providence map, but the system itself is actually part of another system. In this case, region. In this case, this system is a part of Catch. So if I left click, you'll see the all too familiar jump icon, and that will jump the map to Catch or wherever that is. Like over in the right here, we've got Detal, Asa, Kiri, high-sec systems. I can left click and then jump, and that will load the Kiri system or Detal or whatever. Like Misaba can load whatever system that happens to be in. So back to the stars. Underneath we have kills, pod kills, and jumps. At the moment, this is a 0 to 9 type of deal. So this is a little bit. It's not green, but it's getting towards yellow. So that's probably about 3 or 4, maybe 2, 3 kills. Yeah, 3 kills. 1 pod kill because it's green. And at the moment, anything over 9 and for jumps is red. But that will be changing to a scale. So for every value of colour from green to red, in terms of jumps, it'll probably indicate maybe 10 or 20 jumps. So if it's like around 10, 20 jumps, it'll be green. If it's 30 or 40 jumps, it'll be slightly, the hue of the green will be towards the yellow spectrum. And then the more jumps, the closer to red it will get. If you want to see the statistical data, like the textual data of that, there's a little button here which will probably move, but just toggling that will change it to the actual text. On these star systems, you can see the jump lanes, which indicate where the stargates go. It's not really. If I simulate an attack here or a hostile here, you see that the jump lane goes orange. If I simulate a second system, then a jump lane between two stars that are both red will also go red. This doesn't really serve any functionality, it's just a nice graphical tweak. Up the top here in 8P9 there are 2 additional tokens, pips I call them. These signify 2 characters that I have in that system. So the blue one is probably my main character, or the green one is one of my alts. You can have as many characters as you want, but there's 9 of these pips in total. I'm not so sure if many people have got more than 9 characters, or need to track more than 9 characters at the one time. But you never know. Bottom right hand side there's a little key, shows you the system and the different, like what the different components mean. So moving on, I've got multiple types of alert. So in the home system, like this is my home system. Actually, I'll do it down here because it'll be easier to see. So assume this is my home system, then I would left click on the star, hold, drag up to set it as a home, and you'll get these blue indicators. Now if I go red in this system here, you'll just get a standard ping. If I go red in a home system, that is a really, really annoying noise. But that's the point, right? Because you want it to get your attention. I've then got a secondary alert type, which is watch systems. So if I'm in this system and I want to have a bit of a heads up if someone's coming down this pipe, then I can, let me just clear this. Oh, don't do that, clear that. I can say these systems to watch. Basically the system surrounding the system I'm in, I can set, or however many I want, I can set to watch. And the second any of these go red, I'll get a different audio cue. So basically, with it looking at the map, I can set it up to protect myself, and just by the audio noise that it's making, I will know whether or not I need to dock, whether or not I need to align, or if I'm mining in this home system. I mean, this doesn't even need to be my home system. My home system's up here, but like if I'm down here doing an operation down here, a mining operation or something, and I've got some sort of big mining vessel out, then I'll set this as home. I might even set these as home, the ones directly adjacent, and then one away from that set as watch. And then the second I get a watch, I'll start aligning, and then as soon as I get the home alert going off, I know that they're one jump away, and I'll start jumping. Providing you're getting good intel from your intel channels, you're going to have plenty of notice, plenty of opportunity to evade, attack, and capture. So onto the... Oh yeah, if you want to clear a home or a watch on a system, select the remove home watch icon and it will remove it. If for some reason the system is very red or has a lot of notifications on it, but you for some reason want to clean that up, just select any star and go for the refresh button, and it will just wipe away all the previous intel. Sometimes you get people not clearing systems, and you see the same red travelling along, and he'll get like away down here, but he's actually came from like K1 or LF. He's come right down that pipe, and all those systems have gone red, but no one's cleared them. Then you can just clean it up so that you're not getting false intel. When you set home system or set watch systems, this information can be saved by scrolling down and selecting the save option. Next time this loads, now those systems will be saved and they will be set and ready to go. Finally, into the options. So just select a star, go to the bootstrap, and we have audio options for status, which I can't really demonstrate because I don't have it set up on a dev keybind. But you basically get a Metal Gear Solid alert type noise and then an exclamation mark, and that is basically someone in your Intel channels asking for the status of that system or whatever system that has the alert flashing on it. So there's two types of those. You can have it like you can have the volume. If someone asks for a status check on the system that you're in, then this would be this volume slider. So you can have that really loud, and then if someone asks for status of any other system, you can have this lower. So if someone asks for status of a system that you or one of your alts is in, then obviously that's a status that you can answer, so you would want to hear that. But status other, for status anybody else, it's not as important, so you can essentially turn it off just by turning the volume down. This is a volume for current, so if I trigger this system here, I'll get the same noise as the home alert. But this one triggers if a system I'm actively in goes red. Home is the same for home. Watch is the same for watch. I always recommend keeping these pretty high because you really want to hear these. Ping is this. For each of the different themes have a different type of ping noise. And this ping will go off after 10 minutes. This deep red will downgrade to a slightly oranger colour. After 10 minutes after that, it'll go down to a nice orange colour, kind of along the same lines of this lane. 10 minutes after that, it'll go to a bright yellow colour. And each time a star system downgrades in security level, you will get that ping. So it's not something you always want to hear. It's not vital. So it's worth having the ping volume down a bit. Actually, could probably take that down a bit more. So you can hear it. You know something's updated somewhere, but it's no anywhere near your home systems, so it's not too important. The final volume is a clear volume. Again, this isn't really something I can demonstrate, but essentially it's an audible cue for when a system that you have on watch or home goes clear. You'll get a different audio cue to let you know that one of the systems that you're watching or you have set as home has gone clear. So if you're mining and you've had to dock up because your system's gone red, and that system's on your watch, you can go to AFK as long as you're within earshot of your computer. As soon as someone flags the system as clear, it'll trigger the noise. You'll hear the system's clear. You'll be able to come straight back and set your mining operation up again. I'm going to jump to the bottom first here. This is partial matching. One of the biggest issues with Intel parsing, or from a programmer standpoint, parsing text, it's always impossible to know 100% sure whether someone's typing a player name, a ship name, or a system name. Like, I've not experienced it yet with my code, but in the past using Vintel, we've seen players with system names in their name, and that will obviously cause a false report. This player cleverly named himself R3K7K Clear. That was actually his name. So whenever anyone linked this player in Intel, Vintel would clear the system, because it was reading the player name, detecting that it was a system name and that it was a status update and that it was clear, and it was clearing the system. I think my code will probably be tricked by it as well. So it's always something to be aware of. It doesn't happen very often, and I'm pretty sure it's against the rules to have a player name that's a system name. So if you see something like that, you should probably report it. Anyway, I got off topic there. Partial matching, as I was trying to say, is a bit of an issue, and that arises from systems like this, like AY TAC24i. Well, someone in Intel will often say, like AY 5 reds. Well, that's good intel, but what AY is it? That player knows what AY is because he's in the system, and his friends might know what AY is because they know he's in the system. But no one else in Citadel or whatever Intel channels you're using are going to know what AY is talking about. So what I've done, this is a partial match on and off, and this is the minimum number of characters that you want to partially match. So if someone types in the first 3 letters of a system name, then I'll detect a partial match and then I'll flag it. So if I lower this to 2 for a second, and then I trigger a partial match on AY, then my system will actually partially flag the system as red, giving it the orange colour that I was describing earlier. And it'll also give you this little notice at the bottom saying multiple matches detected on the system, and then it'll list the systems that were partially matched. So if someone does a partial match that happens to have multiple systems like this, then you'll be able to at a glance see, right, okay, one of those systems is red. I don't know what one it is, but I know that if I need to go through there, I need to be cautious. Or if I was in K1I or LF, then I'd be paying attention because that is close to me. To get rid of these notices down here, just hover over it until it highlights and then just left click. Yep, so that's partial matching. I like having this set at 3, but depending on how your Intel channels work and how lazy the people in your Intel channels are, you might want to put that down to 2. I wouldn't recommend putting it at 1 because you'll literally match everything. Actually, I haven't actually tested that on one. I might do that just to see because I think it would be probably quite funny. So the other options are the most important one being the Intel channels. These options marked with a star, they can't be changed while the client is running. So they need to be changed in the config.xml file, which will be in the data folder. I might make that changeable later, but it's not a top priority at the moment. Basically, the way I see it, once you've got your Intel channel set up in that config file, it's not an option you should be changing a lot. You shouldn't be messing with it. Next important one is characters. So this is my 2 characters, my main and my alt, comma separated. And that's, yep, so Satchel's the blue one and then Samantha is the green one. This will list your home and watch systems, whatever you've got set. And then the region is Providence. If you want to change regions, you can just type in the region name, hit save, and then it will load that region name. So if you want to load a region that isn't clickable, that doesn't have an easy access jump for you to click, then you can just type in, go to options, type in the region name. If you type in a region name that doesn't exist, it shouldn't do anything. So themes, this is kind of a wee thing, this is what I've been working on at the moment. So that's the dark theme. There's then a default theme. It's lighter. Someone mentioned that they liked light colour themes. So that's how the alerts look for that. The red panels here signify the security level of the system. So red's basically null. Like over here, if you look at Kiri, this one's green, this one's orange, so that's low, and Detal is 0.5, so that's like yellow. And then the home and watch system icons are at the side. Pips and stats are at the bottom as per. Player stats, or player position is at the bottom there. So if we load the next theme, we've got a Star Wars theme, which is kind of a work in progress. Oh, on that note, the star colour of these stars and the dark theme, they indicate the system's security level. So Kiri's green, high sec. Misawa's a bit harder to see, but that's kind of orange because it's kind of low sec, and then deep red for the null sec. So these
Did you see where he went?
notices are now different because it's using a different audio theme.
Call for reinforcements. That Jedi is here somewhere.
Right, they're not perfect, but it's Star Warsy, so I've still to work on the image theme for the Star Wars theme. So I've just used the dark theme for that. I've also got a Star Trek one, which is a bit crummy looking, but I should probably redo it out, I reckon. But same again, but you just get Star Warsy type noises. I've got another one called Orbs, which I quite like actually. It's other than the dark theme, this is probably my favourite. It's the one I was working on today. So your home and your watch have got a nice glow. The alerts get a nice glow. And audio wise, it's just using the dark themes audio. But so that's theming. Theming is something that's really, it's basic, and it's really easy. And I'll probably do a video on it in case anyone wants to make their own themes. But all the image files are there, all the theme folders are there. You can just have a look through them and see how it's done, and it should be really easy for you to come up with your own. And I think that's about it. Oh, no, hang on. I've got a reminder system, which will be hard for me to demonstrate. So I've got a debug key that I can press that will trigger a reminder. So I'll press that now, and then I'll set it up for the next minute. So after about 30 seconds, hopefully, a notice is going to appear at the bottom of the screen. And this notice is triggered by typing exclamation point reminder with a capital R space the number of minutes, the number of hours, and then colon and then minutes. So like at the moment it's 1:23. So if I was doing a reminder for now, I might do like exclamation point reminder space 13:24. Actually, that's perfect. My debug thing is the actual command. I forgot I did that. So exclamation point reminder, then the hours, and then the minutes, and then your text, and then on that time you'll get the wee reminder popping up. Just left click it once to mute the audio, and then left click it again to remove it. So you can set reminders for yourself for like fleet ops or stuff. Like if you need to go walk a dog or pick your kids up for school, then set a reminder for it, and then the map will remind you. There's also a couple other chat level commands that you can give the map from your chat log, but I'm not going to go into them at the moment. So what I've got at the moment is I've got Ember Intel, which is a channel you can join for talking to me about this map, getting feedback, or giving me feedback on the map, anything you think I need to improve or fix. But I'd recommend you add your own channel, and then you can do stuff like the reminders and things like that, and you're not going to bother anyone else. And that's pretty much it. Hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you try the map, and I hope you find the time to give us some feedback, because all feedback is valued and welcomed. And thank you.